The first thing that we should discuss is pension, because pension is a very important part of all of this.
Well, yeah, I mean, it used to be you retire, you get a pension, you get income for life, you don't have to worry about it. I mean, the whole planning for retirement wasn't that big of a deal 40 years ago when you just got money when you retired. And now the biggest concern most people have, where is my paycheck going to come from? And so pensions were this like almost archaic thing of the past now, unless you're a teacher or you work for the state, but barring that, you don't get it. And then the next question is, what's wrong with pensions? Great question, Rachel. Thank you so much for asking. The problem is that when we do our planning, we talk about scenario-based planning all the time. When we talk about that, we like to create a spreadsheet basically within the different program and see how long your income will last. And when you take $5,000 a month today, right? If we're getting a pension of $5,000 a month today, that was able to carry you a lot further 6, 7, 8 years ago.
Okay.
And it will be able to carry you a lot less 5, 6, 7 years from now. There's no inflation built into most pensions. Teacher pensions don't get them. State employees do on occasion, but a lot of these other ones don't have that. And so it becomes a crutch that can hurt you if you're not also planning ahead.
Now, not everybody has a pension that they need to worry about, but Social Security is obviously a big part of what everybody does.
Absolutely.
So what's the next step with that?
Yeah, so I mean, first of all, let's keep in mind, Social Security, like, I get annoyed when people say like, it's, I forget the word, but it's something that we should cut later, it's not a big deal.
Right.
Wrong. This is something that you have paid into your entire life. And as an employer who has a few employees, who also has to pay for their Social Security on the employer's end, while they pay for it on the employee end, you pay a significant amount of taxes every year to Social Security. So it is an earned thing. How it's taxed, it's a different story. That's a little frustrating. But that is what Social Security, it is Old Age Survivors and Disability Insurance, OASDI. If you ever see that on your paycheck, that's what that is.
Okay. So when should somebody take this?
I don't know, man. Why are you asking me?
These are the tough questions. We need the answers to.
So you have to look at different scenarios every time. And, if you are looking to create a legacy for the next generation. I know you have 3 children. I also have 3 children. I love my children, and I don't care if they get anything. They got to work for it themselves. Good luck. Pull yourself up by your bootstraps and leave me alone. Yeah, I hope so, right? No more allowance. You earn your own money. Anyway, in that scenario where you want to, right, where the goal is to leave as much money behind to the next generation, as soon as you retire and you don't have income in, you want to replace that income with something that they won't receive. So that is Social Security. That's when it does make sense to take it a little bit earlier. That way you can preserve your other assets because you and your spouse die, the kids aren't getting the Social Security. They are getting the 401k, the IRA, the house, the cars, anything else that you have, that all goes to them. So that would be a scenario where we might take it a little bit earlier.
So what about taking it later? Because it's not set in stone as to when you necessarily have to. Right. There's kind of this window.
Right. We got 62 to 70, anywhere in between. There's different funky numbers we talked about before in a previous show. And so, when I would take it at 70 or later, it doesn't necessarily have to be 70, but it usually not right away in retirement. It's if I'm doing a couple things. So if you have not been a great saver and you know who you are and you're going to be relying way more on Social Security than you would be on your own investments, you want to wait as long as possible to take that. You might want to spend down some other investments so that you will get more from Social Security. The amount that you get goes up by 8% every year that you wait to take it after your full retirement age, after 67. So, if I'm sitting there and I could get $3,000 a month or I can get $3,240 a month, I'd rather get more. Right. And if you're going to be living and relying on this forever, you should get as much as you possibly can.
Now, there's also that but, because it does change when you're looking at married couples, when you're looking at divorced spouses, when you're looking at somebody who is widowed. How does that play in each of those?
Yeah, so it's totally different for each. I mean, so if you're a married couple filing jointly, we're going to say theoretically, and I'm sorry to be morbid, but one person is going to die first. Shock of all shocks. That's not a fun topic, but it is what it is. If you have 2 people getting equal amounts of retirement money, if you have 2 people getting $3,000 a month, they're getting $72,000 a year in Social Security, and one of them passes, $36,000 is leaving that household income. Your expenses haven't necessarily gotten cut in half. You still have the car, you still have the house, the same taxes, those things haven't gone away. So that can be tough, and we don't want to plan for that. what would make more sense is to have one person take it earlier, as soon as they retire, and have the other person, theoretically, usually the higher earning person, wait until later years, 68, 69, 70, so that they can get more. We can still get that same amount, $2,000 and $4,000 a month, still have the same $72,000 a year. But this way, whoever passes first is going to continue to get that higher Social Security amount, that $4,000 a month.
Gotcha.
Good?
I gotcha.
So thank you for watching. If you'd like to schedule a 15-minute phone call, go ahead and click the link in the description below, and we look forward to talking to you soon.